I've tried to be faithful in our service and our giving all of the years we've been married. But before we married, when I was about 16, I didn't have much money, so I gave $1 a week to Sunday school. And the next year I decided, well, since I'm making 60 cents an hour, I can afford to give $3 a week. So I went up to $3 a week. And after that year was over, I added it up, and I had made almost exactly 3 times as much money as I did the year before. So I learned early on that you can't outgive the Lord. And Norma and I moved here after we married 54 years ago, and we moved to Kaufman in '73 and joined the church. And we were ministering in the high school Sunday school department for a lot of years. But in '75, my father retired from the oil field, and my parents moved here, and they joined the church. So when our children were young, they had both sets of grandparents going to our church, and us too. So it's been a good life, and we've tried to be faithful, and we've tried to tithe most of our years. The first few years we were married, I was in the Army. We didn't really join a church because they moved us every few months for 3 years. So anyway, Norma's been a member of this church longer than anybody else.
Well, that's true. I was enrolled in Cradle Roll when I was born, and was a member here until I graduated from college and got a job, and then we married. And my grandparents were members of FBC Kaufman, as were my parents. My mother played piano all of my life, and my dad we teased him and said he was the interim music director. When the church didn't have one, they called on Daddy, and he did it. And he was a deacon, and they were involved in lots of things, lots of ministries in the church. And so I grew up seeing this ministry, and I've always felt that yes, God wants us to give of our money. Let's face it, that's what keeps the lights on, and the heat in the winter, and the AC in the summer. But it also funds the ministries. And I think the Word tells us that besides giving of our money, which we're expected to do, I think God intends for us to give of our time and our talents. And we have tried to teach our children, just as we were taught before us and they before them, that you need to get involved in your church, in your spiritual life. And I think the Word tells us that everybody has at least one gift, and some people have more than one, but you're to find out what that gift is and then use it for the Lord. It makes for a happier marriage, a happier life, and a happier family.